Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone had a fabulous Friday. I know it is Friday evening. We are ready for the weekend. We're not going to be on too long, but there are some things I wanted to discuss with you all. We did have a short live this morning. For those of you who didn't catch that, make sure y'all catch the replay later. Oh my goodness. And I shared a brief little testimony from that live and how that worked out for me on today. But today is a great day to get justice for Romeca. Okay, let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Shelly. Hey, sis. Thank you so much for joining and for being first in the building. She said, hey, everyone, please tap the like button on your way in. Yes. Hey, Robin, welcome. Thank you for joining. Also, y'all, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, a super chat. Cashapp is scrolling on the screen, or buy a coffee. Hi, Miss Mabel. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, Dreamy Girl. Hey, sis. Y'all, today is the one and only Dreamy Girl's birthday. Oh, my goodness. Y'all put some hearts, put some birthday cake, some celebration comments in the chat. Okay, it is our girl's birthday. I hope you have had a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Dreamy Girl, I thank you for being not just a wonderful sis, come on now, but also mod as well. Thank you so, so much. Hey, Deanna, good evening. Welcome. Hey, Tabe is in the building. Hi, Angel. Welcome. Hey, Lachelle. Thank y'all for joining. All right, let me get my voice together. Y'all know I could not do this, for everybody else and don't do it for Dreamy Girl, okay? Let's see which rendition gonna come out. Child, I just had dinner too, so forgive me. I'm not a singer. Y'all better not laugh at me, okay? Hey, Joanne, welcome. Hey, Joy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dreamy girl. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Look, you trying to hype your kids up because maybe you like, woo, child. Happy birthday, dreamy girl. Oh my God. Girl, I am tripping. That was so funny. I was like, we never know which rendition gonna come out. I just be making up something. Okay. You're welcome, sis. Hey, Derica, welcome. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into some things on today. Hey, Chris, Conversation Lounge is in the building. Okay, hey, sis. Hey, KB Mommy. Tanya, y'all coming on in. I love it. Thank you so much. Hey, Original Babe. So yesterday, and welcome everyone. Thank you, Derek. Look, I need some encouragement. Hype me up, okay? Y'all, it's Friday night. It's Friday night. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you, Hurt. Don't get me with the big head now. Don't get me with the big head and make me think I can sing. Child, be singing. Y'all got a birthday coming up. Hey, you know where to come. Come to the open book. You get a song and some hearts and things in the chat. Okay. So y'all, yesterday Keys had shared with us that it was the final little step, okay, in this process. It has been over 2 months, and we have been waiting for justice for Romeca as we continue to bring awareness to this case. Y'all, more and more people are actually coming back. Now I'm not going to say coming back, but joining in, okay, are really taking note because they thought all of this was over. So they're like, okay, let me come back and start seeing what's going on with this because we thought everything was over. So they're tapping back in. They are also, okay, shouting out justice for Romeca. And so after that, I decided to look up a few things, okay, because I wanted to know after this part, what does that mean? If they have finalized the toxicology report and things of that sort. Dreamy. She said I'm a singing a wedding girl. Child, okay, let me get the vocals ready for sure. What does that mean? And so some things that I found out, and some y'all I actually found quite interesting. Now, of course, things can vary from case to case. And so this was like general information, but I also put in some details surrounding the case. Okay. Now, when a final toxicology report comes back, okay, it means that the laboratory has completed all chemical and toxicological. Child, I hope I said that right. Okay. Testing on that person's biological samples, such as their blood, their urine, and their tissues. Okay. And they have now issued the official final results. Okay. So you may say, what does all of that mean? Okay. So that means that no more tests are pending. Okay. The lab has finished analyzing any type of drugs, whether they were prescription drugs, whether, street drugs, over the counter drugs, if any of that was found in that person's system. They also test alcohol levels. If there was any alcohol, were there any poisons or toxins? Were they taking any medications or any other chemical substances? Okay. So the medical examiner's office would be the one to test for all of that. Hey, Lolo. Hey, sis. Okay. And so they have to make sure that they go through all of this. Okay. It's not just a quick process. Hold on, y'all. I have to check on my son. Okay. So it's not just a quick process. They have to check all of that. Now, these findings now become a part of the autopsy. Okay. So remember, we've been looking at the preliminary autopsy report with the narratives and things like that. And I'm hoping, okay, when they finalize this autopsy narrative, they went back in there and made some corrections. I hope they got a better report to put with everything. Okay. So now these findings become a part of the autopsy, also a part of the death certificate, okay, if relevant. In this case, it would be, okay, because a lot of the things they have to see, although we know that she died from gunshot wounds, they have other things that they look into to see if it needs to be a part of the death certificate. For example, with my mom, I didn't realize that something we perceive to be small could be on a death certificate. At the end of her life, when she was in the hospital, it even had urinary tract infection. She had caught some type of infection. That wasn't the main thing that led to her passing away, but they still have to put things on there that could be a contributing factor as well. Okay. Then the medical examiner's or coroner's final report. All of this is put into that report as well. Then, like in this case, any police investigation or court case. Okay, this is added to that. So we've been told this is an ongoing investigation. That wasn't a lie. Okay, because now they had to wait on the final toxicology reports so that they could add that to the case file. Okay, now a preliminary report is sometimes issued earlier, which that's the one that we've kind of been looking at. I know Keys has shared, showed, what was the one? The laceration on the chin. Hold on, y'all. He's still coughing. Hey Latte, hey Boogie Bella, welcome y'all. I was on another screen, so I can't see everything on the other screen. But thank y'all so much for joining. Yes, as y'all come on in, make sure you tap the like button. Okay, let everyone know we are live. Also, it's Dreamy Girl's birthday. Let's flood the chat with hearts or love for her as well. Okay, it's this weather here, child. Okay, let's continue. So the preliminary report is sometimes issued earlier, but the final toxicology report is the one that's used for legal and medical conclusions. Okay. Now, it may clarify cause or manner of death. Okay. Now, in this case, like I said, we know that Romeca had gotten shot. It said that two of those shots had hit her body. Okay. We still we need to put it on the back of a milk carton. Where's the other bullet? If three were fired, we're still looking for that. Okay. Now, toxicology reports can confirm or rule out overdoses. It can show if a person was intoxicated. It can identify, Micah, it can identify medications in their system. It can detect substances that may explain certain behaviors or any physical findings. Okay. Now, in cases involving violence, like shootings in this particular case, it does not determine the cause of death, but it can provide more context. Okay. Like, were they impaired during this? That, could it have caused them to act a certain way? Or were they on any medications that led them to hallucinate? And I'm not saying that in this case, I'm just giving y'all some examples. Okay. So it gives more information about the context, not necessarily the cause of death, because we know, okay, what happened in that particular case. And because this testing for a full panel of substances is slow and methodical, once it returns, it usually signals that the medical examiner is preparing to finalize the overall autopsy report. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. Hey D, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey Queen Shailene. Okay, I apologize, y'all. I have to check on my baby. Okay, when it comes first. All right, so let's continue now. What the final toxicology report means in Romeca's case. So the medical examiner has pretty much completed all lab testing. Okay, as we just stated. Now this is standard for every homicide, even when the cause of death is obvious, which is a gunshot wound. And so we can basically tell that. Toxicology may be used to determine whether that victim was impaired whether any medications or substances contributed to behavior before the incident, and then whether there were medical conditions that could affect the timeline of death. Now, this does not mean she did anything wrong. Okay. It is simply routine because prosecutors must document the full medical picture in every homicide case. Okay. So if they're testing for drug usage and things of that sort, that doesn't mean she was doing that. Okay. This is something that they do for every homicide case. In cases, y'all pay attention, clock this part. In cases where someone is claiming self-defense, prosecutors often need toxicology to either confirm the victim wasn't aggressive due to impairment or confirm the opposite, that she was sober and not impaired. This can strengthen or weaken certain legal arguments. Okay. So it gives them more of a bigger picture that, no, she didn't have anything to hype her up and, in her system and stuff. They have to be able to speak from a full medical analysis. Okay. Did I go out? Am I back? Can y'all hear me? Hey, London Sky. Was it when I muted? Let me see. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat before I continue talking. Hey, Honey Drip. Thank you for joining. I'm going to wait on y'all to make sure y'all can hear me. I see my little bubble moving. I know I had muted earlier, trying to make sure my son was okay. Put a 1 in the chat. Hey, Michaela. Welcome. Y'all typing slow. Why I can't see it? Is it Restream that's moving slow? Okay. Thank you so much, Michaela. See, she done came in here and hurried up and hit her 1. Okay. Thank you so much, because I didn't want to keep going over it if y'all hadn't, if y'all can't hear me. Okay. So, now, once toxicology is complete, the autopsy can be finalized. So this is important because the autopsy report cannot be closed without toxicology. Okay? Prosecutors often wait for the full autopsy plus toxicology before deciding on charges. Y'all know that's been one of the questions. Well, when are we going to know if she's going to be charged or not? And speaking of that, make sure you vote in the poll, okay, that's on there. So a completed toxicology report moves the case closer to possible charging decisions, okay, because they have to have a full, complete picture, have everything, the final everything, autopsy, toxicology, and all of that, okay? Hi, Melinda, welcome. Thank everyone for coming in. Okay, let me see. Cheryl said, I think that she should be charged, but, what's the but? Okay. Hey, V, my girl V is in the building. Hey, Sonia, thank y'all for tapping in. Now, because Romeca's case involves a suspect that was detained and then released, okay, allegedly, because we don't have proof of this yet, a physical altercation and a claimed self-defense scenario, okay, the final toxicology report is part of the evidence package that the state's attorney needs before deciding whether charges will or will not be filed. Okay, and I'm hoping y'all, because baby, someone put in the comments on another page, I forgot whose page that was, that they are sick of people calling. Okay, so that shows that people have been calling and asking about Romeca's case. Now, with this information, okay, it's putting pressure on the state attorney, and now it's putting even more pressure because what are y'all waiting for now? Everything has been finalized, okay? Everything has been finalized. So now they are going to pretty much start that process of whether they're going to charge her or not. Okay. Now, how does this toxicology influence a self defense claim? Even though Romeca died from a gunshot wound, toxicology still plays a role because prosecutors must examine every possible factor involved in a self defense claim. Okay, so they have to see, if the suspect is claiming, Holly, if she's saying, well, she was the aggressor, okay, she was saying, oh, I was defending myself, I was in fear. She didn't say none of that. So we could really X that one out. She never said that. We never heard her say it. We heard Carlos say that. Okay. We heard him feeding that to her and feeding that to the crowd. We didn't hear her saying, I was defending myself. Okay. Did she say, oh, she attacked me and I had no choice? No, she didn't say that. So then the prosecutors would need to prove or disprove those statements. And see, we helping them out already. Okay, we're already helping you out. Now, she was the aggressor. I think if they have the video footage, they can look on there and see if she was the aggressor. Now, if they go with the witness statements, the witness said that, and also, y'all, not just the witness, but one of Carlos's close confidants stated that Romeca was getting back into her car. Okay, allegedly. She was getting back into a car. Okay, she was trying to retreat. But then the witness, the other witness, witness number two, or the Hispanic couple, stated that that's when allegedly Holly went over there and was tapping the hood of her car and kind of antagonizing her. So that's when she got out of the car. Okay, let me see what are y'all saying. Joy said, now they're going to. Joy had me laughing and she be serious. Okay. Yep. It's supposed to move to that step. I don't think Carlos or Holly should. Should what? Original Bay. Creisha said, I'm so ready to see her do the walk of fame. Child, are they going to record it? They shouldn't go to jail. They should be put under the jail for what they did to Romeca. I was about to say, wait a second. Original Baden changed her thoughts. Hey, Terry. Thank you so much. Also, this live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people. Right, V? Who said that? Because I've been missing V, y'all. V, she was over there doing her live today. V has some great lives. Empress Awaken. Hey, sis, thank you for tapping in. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping up. All right, so yeah, we can help y'all out. She was the aggressor. We don't know. And I know that y'all were trying to prove that with the videos being put out of Romeca in her reactionary state, not a full picture of what she was reacting to in those videos that were being put out. I was defending myself. She never said that. Okay. She never said that. So we can X that out. She attacked me and I had no choice. She never said that. And also, did we not hear that? Where did we hear this part, y'all? Where allegedly, oh, wait, was that on the interview that we just looked at the other day when she said that Carlos was the one that gave the statement? Now, why didn't Holly give a statement? I'm still trying to figure that out. See, I wanted to be a fly on the wall to hear what she said behind that little glass, when you standing there. And I wanted to hear her narrative. So how was he the only one that was giving a statement when you were there with blood on your hands? Okay. So at what point would she have said she attacked me and I had no choice? Because she didn't say it in the video after the fact. And when the witnesses were saying she did it, she shot her. She never once said, oh, it's because I didn't have a choice. Okay, she was coming after me. She never once said that. So we need to know at what point did she say that if she did. Okay. Now, what the toxicology shows, it can show if the victim had no substances in her system. So this supports that she was sober and not acting erratically. Okay, if she had any prescribed medications only. Okay, now usually this is irrelevant, but it's still documented. Okay, if she had any alcohol, this could affect interpretation of behavior. She was going to work. I don't think she would have had that, but hey, we're going to leave it up to them to have tested her for that. Did she have any drugs in her system? Okay. Could this have been, this could be brought up by the defense to paint the victim as aggressive. Okay. If there are drugs in a person's system. Now, here's a key point. In a public, broad daylight shooting of an unarmed woman, we got to remember that Romeca did not have a weapon. I feel Romeca was in fear for her life. It was 2 against 1, and one had a weapon. Now, a toxicology rarely helps the shooter. Okay, listen to that again. In a public, broad daylight shooting of an unarmed woman, toxicology reports rarely help the shooter. Gunshot to the face, while no weapon was recovered from Romeca, it would be extremely hard to justify self-defense. Okay? Y'all got that part. A gunshot to the face, while no weapon was recovered from Romeca, it would be extremely hard to justify as self-defense. Now, toxicology is mostly a formality here, but it's legally required. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. Let's see. Honey Drip says she got a lawyer and they told her don't say nothing. Child. Okay, Shailene said, I pray the feds pick it up on a first degree. Uh-oh. Okay, original baby. Hi, Mrs. E. Okay, hey, Gretchen. Let's see. Shonda said, key point is that Romeca was not there for Holly. Witness stated Carlos and Romeca was in a tussle. Now, Holly. Right, and you know what? We have various witnesses and their story matched that, okay? Even, I would say, what, 3? The close confidant, David Brown, the Hispanic lady, the witness that was there, and the security guard. Okay. All of their stories and their testimony so far are that Romeca was there for Carlos. That's going to be key because Little Miss Halloween, how did you enter the picture? We are still trying to figure that part out. Okay, what were you still doing there? And if we go with David Brown's account, allegedly, Carlos was trying to move his truck so that you could get out. And Romeca was not blocking you in. They're going to look at all of that. Why were you still there then? Why didn't you leave? Let's see. Gretchen said maybe if it happened on a weekend at night when they thought everyone was getting drunk. Okay. But see, it was on a Monday morning. She was going to work. Miss T said because she had okay, I read that one. Hey, it is what it is. Let's see. Carlos should be charged with detaining her, excuse me, so she wasn't able to retrieve. He held her, giving Holly time to arm and shoot. And you know what? The thing of it is, with that particular statement, where is it in any of the reports? Now, unless in this final evidence package, they have his change statement, we haven't seen any parts of Carlos throughout this whole thing. Okay. He's not on a police report. I'm talking about as far as him doing that. Okay. Him being a part of the action. Now, they may have him down as a witness, but do they have him down as part of the action? Him holding her. Why is that not mentioned if witnesses saw you do it? That should have been somewhere up in there. Okay. Exactly. Tell her again, Rhonda. Okay, there is no reason for self-defense with Holly. Deanna said there was no gun residue on Romeca that doesn't help a self-defense claim. Ooh, come on now, Deanna. Okay, hey Trinity Batty, welcome. I don't think Romeca would have stopped if Carlos hadn't had the street block. Okay, now she could have gone the other lane, but it's a reason that we are still not sure of why she pulled over right there. We still really don't know that part. It could have been because she saw him right there. I don't know. I think Holly gonna say she shot Romeca because she was attacking Carlos, but that's not self defense. So you can't you in that particular case you can't go with self defense though. You are trying to shoot someone on behalf of someone else. Okay, that would not even be self defense. Okay, Rhonda got something in the chat that's different. She said that she believed that Carlos did the first shot. Uh-oh. Everything we say is alleged. I'm feeling stuck on Wait, Joy. She said I'm feeling stuck on stupid and parked and dumb. I thought that the holdup was this report, not anything else. This was one of the holdups for them to finally get to, whether they're going to charge her or not. They needed this piece of information. Now it could have been other stuff they were doing as well. Okay, hey Malish, welcome. She said true, but my question is, whose side of the witness is he on? Ooh, okay, clock that and say it again. I'm telling you, if she say that, it won't fly. He is a man. Well, I don't even think it has anything to do with him just being a man, but excuse me, it wasn't her. Okay, so you can't say self-defense if you're shooting someone on behalf of someone else. And even with that, Romeca was still unarmed. Okay. Now, Cook County State Attorney's Office, they try to, be extremely careful in cases involving claims of self-defense, fights or altercations, domestic violence, linked conflicts, or shootings with multiple witnesses telling different stories. Now, hey, I don't know if they're trying to be extremely careful or not really doing their job properly. Okay. I beg to differ on that, but we'll make it like they're just trying to be careful. Okay. Here are some reasons why they wait. One reason is they need the full autopsy and toxicology. They cannot charge. Okay, listen to this, y'all. They cannot charge without the medical examiner's complete findings. Okay. So that's another reason. So while people are saying, oh, she's obviously innocent because she's not in jail. No, they're still not ready to make that decision at that time. Okay. Because they have to have the medical examiner's complete findings. Okay. They must also resolve, check this out, conflicting witness accounts. Uh-oh, Carlos, being tricked was the word used, tricked to come in to make another statement. Why is that, Carlos? Was it because your statement was conflicted? Okay. The case must have reportedly found some contradictions, multiple stories, and some emotional witnesses. Okay. So the state's attorney's office, they must determine what actually happened to avoid filing weak charges. See, when they go after you, someone said this too. I forgot who said this, but they were saying they don't like to lose. Okay. State's attorney's offices do not want to lose. Now, if they are trying to see something, okay, and while they're going through it, they like, now wait a second, just like how we did. Well, why does the police report say this? But then over here on the autopsy narrative, it says this. Uh-oh, we got a conflict. We have to figure out what really happened. Okay, we may need more witnesses to come in here and go over, what they saw. Hence, okay, on one video angle from the back of the car, There's a guy on one of those videos that we watched. He was actually giving out his phone number. I don't know if y'all caught that, but he was telling the police officer his phone number. Okay. Then the witnesses that just came out with the security guard. Okay, we don't know if they went on down to the station or gave their statement there as well. So sometimes they will start calling in more witnesses or possibly call back a witness, okay, if there are contradictions or the story is not matching. This is why I said in the beginning that they should have taken both of them to jail in handcuffs. Okay, I would have put them both into separate rooms and I would have asked them what happened. Now, I guess little Miss Hollywing possibly said, I plead the fifth, I'm gonna wait on my lawyer and all of that. She may not have given her account. Because, see, one reason they didn't want Hollywing to give her account, Hollywing, y'all, is not, oh, I'm trying to say this in a respect. In my opinion, oh, I just don't think she would have had it. I'm trying to say it in a nice way. Like, I really don't think she would have knew what to say. Okay. Baby, she got to be fed the script. And I just don't think, she would have messed it up. So it's best that you be quiet and let me go in and say it. Okay. Hence him being a witness. And he gave his account. But the account did not match. It didn't match. Okay. It is what it is that they need to show video. Maybe they will have a press conference announcing everything. I hope so. Right, Krisha? The complete findings. He made another statement, but he took a lawyer. I bet he did. They knew he lied, probably. Okay. Baby, they knew he lied. Baby, we need you to come on back down here because it's not adding up. I hope they're making sure all T's are crossed and I's dotted. We need a conviction. Right. Okay. The whole crime scene was messy. Right. If a lawyer, let's see, if I was a lawyer, that's what I would tell her to say based on the witness's statements. Right. When the people read those statements, they knew they were a lie and he would have had to shut up. Okay. Latonya said exactly. Both should have been detained to investigate. Exactly. Okay. Now, another thing that they must do during this process is they need complete surveillance and forensics. Okay. So they have to wait for camera footage. Remember, they were talking about that pod camera. Okay. They got to wait for that. I don't know if they found anything on the pod camera. I know right around the time this was happening, they said it was no relevant footage of any fights or anything like that. So what's the thing working? Okay. Hey, it better be working. Because why would we have a police officer putting that things were confirmed and verified from a pod camera? So that camera better have been working and it better have matched what you put on that autopsy report, police officer. Because why are you making up stuff saying that it was confirmed? That's the point right there. Okay. Where's the camera footage? Then they must have gunshot residue testing. They have to also go through ballistics. Okay. They have to make sure where were the bullets? Where did they land? Where were any shell casings and things of that sort? Then any phone video. So all of those people out there recording, did any of y'all turn in any phone video to the police? This is needed for this case. Okay? Don't hide it. Turn it in. Because we saw a whole lot of them. Somebody was recording. Then they have to check 911 audio. Child, that's a whole mess. You got people telling the wrong addresses. Okay, they're purposely was trying to mess this up in the beginning, y'all, in my opinion. But check this out. Then statements from the child's father. Lord. Now they done messed me up with that one. You got to get statements from the child's father. Oh my goodness. Because the child's father was probably just, oh my gosh, we were standing here talking. And yeah, I don't know. She just shot her. Come on now. So he wasn't involved. We don't see him in anything as holding her, tapping her. They haven't put on there how he got so much blood on his hands. Any of that. Okay. Now, if the suspect claim, which the suspect is Holly, if she claims self-defense, but the video contradicts that, then charges follow. Okay, so regardless of whether she claims self-defense, if the video shows differently, then they're going to charge her. Okay, they're going to charge her. Let me see what are y'all saying. Gretchen says, so since their pod cameras don't work, they got to rely on these videos off the internet. Well, we don't know for sure. I'm just wondering why during that whole time when they were looking for footage, and 911 calls were coming in, and based off of the Citizens app, they were saying that during that time there is no relevant footage of a fight. Okay, they were having a hard time finding. You got police driving around looking for a fight. They can't find two women fight. So where did they get that from? Okay, the police treated the crime scene like Blue's Clues. Not like Blue's Clues. Even Stevie Wonder, okay, could see what happened. You know what? You're going to timeout. Those police officers that were on that scene was messy, yes. But the address and the camera is at a different location from where the scene took place. There's a camera on the corner right there across the street from where it all took place. Remember when we were doing the video and we were showing like he was walking down the sidewalk by the school? You look up on the light pole, there's this pod camera right there that captures in that area, right across the street from where it took place. Now, the thing of it is, does it work? Okay, I don't know. The biggest bogus statement was the incident happened at his address. Right, Catherine. Right. The police officer on the scene was acting like Carlos was one of them. Yeah, he was getting the whole scene under control. Jed said, I'm calling it now when charged. Scary Holly is definitely going to claim third-party self-defense. Ooh, you done added something else to this now. Don't give them no ideas. Okay. I ain't even heard of that one. There may be another camera on a building somewhere near, possibly. He was telling her to go get a pow pow. Romeca was going to get her pow pow. Yeah. Yeah, it really was. Yeah, but they said that camera didn't work. Yeah, y'all, I don't know for sure. Okay. We'll see if they give us, more information. We'll see. But if it does work and the footage that they have is contrary to what's in the statement or showing self-defense, then hey, child, you definitely get charged. Okay. They also want airtight charges. So if they charge too early and the case is weak, a judge could have dismissed the case. You could get reduced charges, or they could have been granting her self-defense immunity. Okay. Now, once they dismiss it, they may not ever be able to refile. So when they do it, they want to do it right. They prefer to build a complete case first, especially, check this out, y'all, because this is important, especially when public pressure, okay, this is why this is important. Calling, emailing, okay, bringing awareness to this. When public pressure and domestic violence factors are involved. Now, domestic violence factors could also be a statement from that witness saying that allegedly Carlos was hitting Romeca's back end, okay, with that door of the car. Y'all make sure you tap the like button. Okay, let everyone know we are live. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cash App is scrolling, or buy a coffee. Also, don't forget to vote in the poll. If they don't have any working cameras, there are plenty of witnesses. Exactly. Now, after the medical examiner signs off on the autopsy, toxicology, and the official cause and manner of death, the following things occur. Okay, step one, the medical examiner sends this final report to Chicago Police Department and the state attorney's office. All of this becomes a part of a homicide case file. Okay, the detectives then create a final case packet. Now, this includes the surveillance. Check this out. Any body cam footage, any witness statements, phone records. Okay, so we've been wondering, look, are they gonna check Romeca's phone? They're going to check Holly's phones. They could subpoena to get those phone records, forensic reports, the autopsy plus toxicology. Now, then this packet goes to the prosecutors for review. Okay. Now, they have to decide whether there's a charge or no charge. Okay. So, option number A could be for them to file charges. Okay, this is where we're gonna go. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I apologize for that. My husband had the music loud. I'm like, child, I'm on live. Okay. Now, one thing they can do, okay, option A would be file charges. Now, possible charges could be, and we've kind of gone through these on another live one day that we did. First degree murder, second degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, aggravated battery with a firearm. But this is if claiming that it's an accident. She didn't claim that it was an accident. So we could probably scratch that off. Okay. First degree, second degree, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. Okay. And that's pretty much, what though her options will probably be out of those four if they decide to charge her. Option B would be to reject charges for now. Keyword for now. The state's attorney's office could say, look, we're not ready to charge right now because we need a little more evidence, okay? So they could request more investigation or request more video, call some witnesses back, wait on digital forensics, okay? And so this pretty much is what they've done already. It's been ongoing, so they have been waiting on that information, okay? Now, a possible next step would be for the state's attorney would take it to the grand jury. And this is where the jurors decide whether there is probable cause to indict. The grand jury proceedings are secret. So if anything is getting out about the grand jury, then hey, you got to leak. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. After that, the family is informed privately. Okay. So the Meeks Blackman family may get a confidential update before the public does. Okay. So that the family would most likely find out some things before we do. Okay. And that's if, I don't know how much information CPD is going to put out to us. Are they going to do a press conference or what? Now, toxicology doesn't change the fact that she was killed by a gunshot. Prosecutors wait so that they don't lose the case by rushing. And then once everything is finalized, the case moves to charging decisions or a grand jury. Now, in the beginning, we were hearing, the state's attorneys, they didn't know if they were going to charge or not. They were going to send it over to the grand jury. Now, if it was already sent over to a grand jury, then maybe they were waiting on more information. But it seems like all of the other parts should have been completed first before being sent over to a grand jury. Okay. Now let me see, what are y'all saying? And this is went all over the world, right? Okay. Yes, we need justice for Romeca. I'm curious to know about. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I'm curious to know about the Hispanic female witness. She kept saying he shot her, but on the audio, she never stated, I saw her shoot. Wait, say that again. I'm curious to know about the Hispanic female witness. She kept saying he shot her, but on the audio, she never stated, I saw her shoot her. Now, I heard the guy Hispanic say he shot her at one point. I did hear that because I was like, why is he saying he when he was talking to the other people at the other end of the car, Holly's car, on that recording? You could hear him saying he. So that's why I've always stated, was it both of them? You see what I'm saying? For him to get so much blood on his hands. Shailene said no self-defense, Holly going to jail. There's a lot of other violations she committed that day. Okay. Especially if she has those marks on her back, that will show after she passed away. That's a good point. Hey, Kimberly. No, they're looking at him since he got a lawyer. Why do you need a lawyer as a witness? Crazy work. Now, y'all, on that part, I mean, I could. Some people. Wait, hold on. Some people get lawyers even if they're not guilty. They keep lawyers on retainer. So I didn't look at that as he might be guilty because he getting a lawyer. I didn't look at that as that. I mean, he's been in trouble before. Okay. He probably, hey, this is something he used to. Okay, so he like, child, I need you. Okay, I need you down here. They got me again. I might be in trouble again. That type of thing. So I didn't really look at that as that he was guilty. I know some people were saying that, but in my opinion, I didn't look at that as a big factor that, oh, he's really guilty because he's getting a lawyer. He needs one. I'm not saying that hey, we looked at other stuff that make him look guilty. Okay. I hope they get phone records. Yes. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, here, Micah. Here. Okay, let me see what else. First degree, hopefully. Okay. Murder charges have no statute of limitations. Right. They need to check out all witnesses. Right. I agree. Let's get a grand jury. Let them handle it because we don't need that police department to drop the ball again. Okay. Hey, Nicole, welcome. Boogie Bella said Davis said she had her gun on her in Los's house all weekend and it was not in her car. See, this is the thing. I'm not understanding that, y'all. Okay. Why are you? I mean, I get because they said, oh, well, in Chicago, you want to make sure you don't leave a gun in the car and all this. So you mean to tell me all weekend, even when they went to get the baby's ears pierced, she had her weapon on her. Like they are so scared to say it was in the car and that she had to go get it because they know that that would definitely not fit her self-defense claim. Okay. Knowing Los can't be around guns, Los statement says it. What they did was worse to admit that. Okay. Exactly. The female said she, the guy said he. Okay, clock it. I'm telling y'all, I heard that too. She was saying she shot her. She was stating what he was trying to say. She speaks better English than him. No, but at the same time, at the other end of the car, that man knows the difference between he and she. Okay. I just feel that. Okay, I think he did see something because he said you had her in a headlock. On that part, he did even say that he had her in a headlock. But then when he went to the other end of the car, he did say he. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you honestly wholeheartedly believe anything that David says or have said? David said they tricked him to come back down to the police station. That's why the lawyer part is important. Yeah. But not new to trouble. Yeah. I mean, he's used to that because he told conflicting stories. The autopsy report info came from him. The CPD is different. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That part. We do need Benjamin Crumb. Hey. But Gretchen, why is it not stated in either police report who saw Holly shoot Romeca or who saw Carlos shoot Romeca? Yep. Carlos might have just seen that lawyer at the station and asked for a picture, trying to boost his, not trying to boost his rating. Okay, his numbers up. He is not supposed to be around guns. She will get a charge for that and him too. Uh-oh. All right. Trying to get to the bottom and catch up. That girl didn't have that weapon on her. She went and got that weapon. I believe that too. I'm going to believe the witness. I also believe some truths, are told with lies. Yes, I believe that too. He also kept saying, Brody. One of them did it. They going to jail. Okay. He said then he shot her. Thank you, Rhonda. I heard that too. I promise you, I heard that man say that. So, y'all, we are in a waiting phase now to see what the next move is going to be. Okay, this outlines kind of the flow of the whole process. So now we're waiting on what the hold on, I have to mute. We're waiting on what the decision is going to be. Okay. And when they're going to come out and let everyone know. Hopefully, they'll do a public thing too. Because it's been pressure. Okay. It's been pressure on them. Also in the chat, let's see here what y'all said as far as our poll. Let me see what the results are. There's 93% think that Holly will be charged. 7% think that she's not. Okay. We shall see. Okay. We shall see. That's a huge gap there. Derica, every time I see your comment, I get tickled. Brody did. When you say Brody, I am so tickled. She was hot-headed, ready. That's why the outcome resulted in Roro untimely demise. It's ridiculous. Yes, definitely. We don't need Benjamin Crump. He didn't do nothing for the Shanquella Robinson family. Well, they still are on it, though. He's still working with them. I believe David went with him and been sitting around on different platforms and carrying that bone back to Carlos. Ooh! He did shoot her. Uh-oh. I believe they're going after him. She will get charged, but I believe he gets more time. I think he would get more time. I think so too. Maybe in some cases I would agree, just not this one. Got you. Yes, we have to definitely keep praying. Okay. Now, y'all, I wanted to play this quick video before we hop off. I'm going to say get your tissue if you are sentimental or this may trigger you. But this was a beautiful video, y'all, of it's like a video honoring Romeca before her son, y'all. Oh my gosh, it made me cry this morning when I saw it, but I felt like I wanted to share it because it was such a good video. Hi, Ashley. She said, Open Book, you're doing such a good job covering this case. I can feel the genuine love you have to get justice for Romeca and solve this case. Thank you, sis. And that I do. Okay, this has really become a part of my heart, and I want to see it out to the end. You see what I'm saying? Her family deserves this, and I really thank you for that encouragement. Okay, let's pull this up right quick. And shout out to Hollywood Classics for posting this video. And the live crew will get a chance to hear the music. I may have to take it out a little later, okay, for the replay game. And shout out to the replay gang. And drop your hearts for Romeca, justice for Romeca. Wow. Whew. Y'all, that thing tore me up. They did seem to be very close. Very, very close. When I first saw that. Holiday World, welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Yes, his mom, he knows his mommy loves him forever and always. It really is. After I watched that and thought about where we are in this, it makes me want it even more. So that live I did this morning wasn't just me saying something, it was my heart. After seeing this morning, y'all, this little boy's mom is gone. And one thing I'll bring up, and I'll share more details later. I had a friend who was a pastor. He was young, had unexpectedly passed away. He was a friend of mine. Um, his wife was pregnant right when he passed away. He died unexpectedly from heart attack in his garage. And the Lord laid on my heart to go and get a teddy bear from Build a Bear. And inside of the teddy bear, I found a video on his Facebook where he was singing to his son. And I went and I had that recorded, and they were able to put that into the bear. So I delivered it to her family's house, his wife's family's house. She said to this day, now this is taking place, I think they're now in the third year, almost going on to the third or fourth year of him being gone. He still hangs on to that teddy bear. And so God was laying on my heart as a gift from our open book family. And those of you who are wanting to be a part of that, believe me, I'm not making anyone do it. I want to reach out to one of the family members to see if there's a recording of Romeca saying something to her son and get that recording and go and get him a bear and build a bear and have that shipped to him by Christmas. I don't think we realize how those things help us get through. One thing, if you lost a mother, you don't want to forget their voice. Also, I heard her sister state today on her live, and y'all keep her sister Meek lifted in prayer. She did a lot today, and I can tell that she's having a difficult time. Um, I'm glad that she said today was one day she's out of town, that she wasn't crying. But she wants a Meeks sister type of necklace, like blinged out. She said that's one gift. Her birthday is coming up in December. So these are things that God was laying on my heart. But I really want to be a blessing to her son. I really do. Whether it is a gift card to Build a Bear and he gets it, I don't know if they have Build a Bear in Chicago and he gets it there, or if we can, I'll even go live there and show you all which bear y'all help me pick and just make it something fun that we do and have that sent to him on behalf of the Open Book family. Um, and I think it'll help. I think it'll help him through the process to have some reminder. He has plenty of reminders, y'all. Pictures and videos. Look at all these pictures just on this one video. So he'll forever have that. But that'll be a special gift that we can send to him. I know a lot of platforms are doing different things. I think Royal D even gave an idea of the wish list. I think that's what she was saying. Get a wish list. I think they have a Zelle that's going out as well. So whatever you can do, I know it's the holiday season and everybody got their own problems and own kids and stuff like that. But if you have extra and if you want to be a part, okay, I will add your names, whoever is a part of that, specifically your name, but it will be a big gift from the Open Book family for him. Let's see. I'm so emotional right now. Yes, that's how I was this morning. Okay. After I watched it the first time, and I'm even getting emotional now after watching it the second time. I'm like, that's why I told y'all. Trigger warning. Okay. This woman, Queen, loved her son so much from one mommy to another. We're going to get this justice for you and your family. Say it, Ashley. Yes, she was definitely the life of the party. Yes. Yes. Okay. Right, Latte. Is oh Lord. Mm. So that's why I want to do this in honor of her son. Okay, thank you, Gretchen. Thank you for joining. Yes, justice for Romeca. Um, y'all making me. Let me not. I'm gonna have to quit with y'all comments because y'all making me want to cry. Y'all make me want to cry again. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely in. Okay, Deanna says she would like to be in, and I also do those. Really, Deanna, what's your Facebook? Is it under your name? So I can check that out, and we just do that because I mean, we got time. We got a little time because y'all know it goes fast. We wanted to get there. Time goes fast, but we can work on this. So is it under your name? Because I'm gonna check you out, okay, and see what can we come up with, y'all, and be a blessing this holiday season because this is their first holiday without her, and this is the hardest one. Micah, turn that down. This is the hardest one. Okay, Nicole, thank you so much. I definitely will. I'm going to reach out to maybe her aunt um, and see if they have a recording, a specific video they can point me to, or, where she's talking to him. I can look on some of her pages to see, the ones that are up that I can look at to see if I can find one. And then I'll just keep y'all updated. Okay, so Tasha, thank you so much. Nicole. And y'all, we may be able to get two bears, okay, depending on the the funds that we come up with, we can probably get more than one or get something else, maybe a necklace for him or something like that. Okay, thank you, Miss T. All right. Okay. Trying to get to the end. Okay, thank you, Deanna. Yeah, we're all crying on this Friday. Okay, it is what it is. And I'll keep y'all in the loop. Okay, honey drip. Thank you, sis. Nana forever. All right, so we got a lot already going on. So with this, a lot of people that are willing to be a part of this, and like I said, I'm still just going to include it a big gift from the Open Book family, and then we'll just add names to those that put in specific, made a donation. We'll put y'all's names on there as well. All right, so thank y'all so much. I got you down to Joy. Thank y'all so much for joining on tonight. I didn't want to end on a sad note, but at least we're thinking of ways to be a blessing. So that's a good note as well. But rest in peace to Romeca. It is still a great day for justice. We are continuing to pray for favor, and also I just want to do a quick prayer right now. And Laura, we just thank you for this live. We thank you for your presence. We thank you for Romeca's life. We thank you, Lord, for being with her family during this time, her mom, her son, her siblings, all of her family, her friends during this first holiday season without her. We pray that you will give them strength, comfort, understanding. We know that you are the only one that can comfort them the way that you know how. And Lord, we thank you for her life that is not in vain. We thank you for favor over this case, that things will go the way that it should, and that she will truly receive justice. And we thank you in advance for what you're going to do through this situation. We know that all things work together for our good. And we love you, we honor you, we treasure you. It is in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. I will definitely keep you updated. Yes. And happy birthday once again to Dreamy Girl. Thank you for being in here tonight, sis, on your birthday. We love you, and God cover them and cover her family and her friends. And to each of y'all, thank y'all so much for tapping in tonight. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Have a blessed night. Bye bye.
You just flip through truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.